How's it going, you beautiful people? Rexine here, and I'm just bringing you a random little rant video. A little Sunday fun day kind of action. I've really started thinking about my career and what I want to do with my life. And obviously my goal career is to be a director. And I'll never stop going for that goal, obviously. But for now, until that pays the bills, I'll just do other stuff until then. You know how it is. So today I just wanted to kind of rant a little bit, talk about some stuff that I think maybe should happen, talk about some stuff that's going on in the world, stuff like that. Alright, so first thing, I'm a motorcycle rider. And I'm in Florida, so of course we all know where this conversation is going to go. Lane splitting, lane filtering. Now, obviously in California, lane splitting is legal. So you can drive down the interstate and go in between cars. So I don't have any evidence or statistical data that proves that that is safer. If it is, I doubt it, to be completely honest. Just because moving at those speeds, you're now putting yourself at more of a risk, I believe. Yes, it obviously gets you there quicker as a motorcyclist. But, at the same time, just because we're motorcycles, we still have to abide by road laws. I get it, we're very different. So maybe the road laws should be somewhat different for us. But moving on, I do believe that lane filtering should be legal everywhere. For one reason, it's proven to be safer. If I am coming up to a light and it's a red light, and there's four cars in one lane, 4 cars in the other lane, right? And I'm the 5th car. And I pull up behind that car and say the 6th car behind me is not paying attention. They're on their phone. And they just run right into the back of me. Now, if I was in a regular car, I'd more than likely be okay. Now, that's not saying every situation that where a motorcyclist gets rear-ended, they're not okay. But for the most part, we're really not okay. Cars, trucks, whatever you drive, obviously, you're protected all the way around. If somebody, even in a smart car, hits me from behind, 9 times out of 10, one, I'm going to lay the bike down. If not, just get run over entirely. So, with that being said, if I have the ability and, well, of course we always have the ability, but I have the legal right to split down the middle of the lane. It doesn't impede any traffic, anybody else in, waiting at the light. It actually helps helps mitigate traffic, because that's one less vehicle. That's less congestion of vehicles. And 9 times out of 10, a motorcycle is going to jump off the line way faster than any car. So we're going to get across the street before the cars in front do anyways. So I personally believe that lane filtering should be legal in all states. In America, at least. Anywhere else, I don't know any of their laws or anything like that. So, that's just a matter of, unfortunately that doesn't really affect me that much. But in America, I think lane filtering should be legal in every state just because it is safer. It's a lot safer. And, like I said, less congestion. Less congestion means less traffic. Now, on the same note, I believe that texting while driving should be a capital offense. I believe that cops, at least it's not like that in Florida, but I believe that cops should be able to pull you over just for having your phone in your hand. I don't know about you, but I've been riding a motorcycle for 8 years, legally on the road. I mean, I've been, driving dirt bikes and, all that nonsense since I was like 8 or 9. So I've been riding bikes my whole life, but legally on the road for 8 years. And I know for a fact that a majority of the times that I have nearly been in an accident on my motorcycle, I'd probably say, again, I've been saying this a lot, but 9 out of 10 times it's because of a distracted driver on their phones. Now I'm not a crazy bike rider. For the most part, I am a very, very defensive driver. Until I have to be an offensive driver, of course. But for the most part, I'm a very, very defensive driver. And I still almost get run over once or twice every time I ride. It's without failure. So, the sucky thing about it is, you see somebody on their phone, and I keep saying 9 times out of 10. But a majority of the time, you as a motorcyclist, you can't even say anything to them, because then they just get pissed off at you, and then they start doing road rage towards you, and they start like getting all close to you and really tailgating you or pretending to run you off the road. I've had that multiple times just because I'm riding along. Excuse me. I'm riding along and I see a car swerving a little bit, maybe going really slow in the passing lane, So I'll pass them, and when I see they're on their phone, I'll literally just do this. I'll look at them and go, put your phone down. I literally just put my hand up to my ear and put it down like that. Just put your phone down. More times than not, they really don't do anything. They probably just get pissed off on their own. Or they'll put it down, at least while they're around me. But there's been a lot of times that they get pissed off and they'll tailgate me. Or they'll try to run me off the road, or they'll just roll their window down and start, cussing at me. And it's like none of that really affects me. Like, I really don't give a damn what you got to say about me. I really don't. But now, once you start threatening my life, that's when shit changes. I'm not just gonna sit there and let you fucking try to run me off the road. That's a no-go, Captain Jack. Not gonna happen. So. Honestly, like, this message, just like I said, just a rant, just kind of a, Sunday rant. Just figured I need to start posting on my YouTube more. And I'm not going to promise a lot of videos to start. I'm probably just going to do this once a week, maybe on Sundays, depending. Just post a little rant video on what's going on in my mind. And what I think maybe should happen, and talk about what's going on in the world. So, what's a pretty hot topic right now is the abortion ban in Alabama. And obviously, what state was it? Illinois? I think it was Illinois that it was Colorado. One of the two. I'm pretty sure it was Colorado. Put up a little, what's it called? Big signs that you see on the roads and shit. Put on a big sign that you can get a legal and safe abortion there. Now me, I'm very pro-choice. But let me clarify. Just because I'm pro-choice does not make me pro-abortion. Alright, let's get that straight. People that are pro-choice does not make them pro-abortion. All pro-choice means is that it's your body. You can do whatever the fuck you want with it. And what I like to tell people that try to argue with me about that is, if somebody can deal with the guilt of getting rid of that baby, so what? Let them. If they can deal with that, then cool. If they thoroughly do not believe that they can treat that baby the way that it needs to be treated, or that they can keep that baby for that matter. I get it. A lot of people are going to be like, oh, well, what about adoption? What about this? Well, I don't know the actual number, but I already know there's a fuck ton of kids in, foster homes and shit that, don't get adopted until they're 18, and then they just go out on their own, and they've never been taught anything, and, they barely know how to live on their own. So, I get it. Now, if you're just going out here and getting abortions left and right, you're just getting pregnant, you don't know how to, use contraceptives and whatnot, and you're just getting pregnant left and right and getting abortion after abortion after abortion. Now, there needs to be a point, I think, where somebody goes, hey, you need to take life into, you need to get hit with a little bit of life, and you're going to have this baby, because there's that. One, abortion is not good for you. Like, it's not something that you can just keep doing and it not have an effect on your body. You know what I mean? And I get it. I'm a dude. Like, I don't really have any say in talking about a woman's body and reproductive, place. But I can say what I think is morally right. And what I think is morally right is that we're all human beings. And we all have a choice to make. And like I said, if you're just out here just having sex and not using protection and just getting babies and getting abortions left and right, okay, yeah, maybe you should, have a cutoff and say, hey, that sucks, but you gotta have this baby. But now if you're, it's an accident and you two are just in a situation that you cannot have a baby, as long as it's a legal and safe way of doing it, and it's not freaking 8 months into the pregnancy, it's your body. As long as you have consent from both parties, it's your body. I believe that, you should be able to do whatever you want with your body, as long as it's, like I said, healthy and safe and legal. It's just like one of those things that it's just like, we got to start to realize that this is, at least in America, of course, I'm only speaking for America. I don't know how it is anywhere else, but at least for here, this is land of the free, and it's getting less and less and less free. And moving on with that note, I'm also going to say something about taking our rights away. And a lot of states are trying to take our gun rights away. Now, I'm in the military. And of course, I will do anything I can to protect this nation. But I will also do everything I can to protect the people from a tyrannical government. Now, if the government just decides to, hey, you know what, we're going to infringe on your Second Amendment and we're going to take all your guns away. Now, all I'm going to say is that's going to cause a huge uproar. And it's not going to work out the way that they think it is. Now, of course, with that being said, I'm not trying to say, I'll do what, all I'm trying to say is I will defend my rights as an American, and there's nothing anybody can do to stop me from that, to be completely honest. I have the training, and I know my rights, so you're not going to take my guns. Simple as that. And being, I'm just moving on. Bam, 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 bam. Moving on from that to knowing your rights. Okay, so there's a lot of backlash with police. And, with social media and cameras and everything like that, it's just gotten worse and worse and worse and worse. And, obviously the media chooses what's going to be seen, because a cop doing everything by the books procedure, nobody's going to find interesting. Now, a cop doing things by the books and them cutting that part and going to the part where he is beating somebody's face in. Now, of course, there is a level that you can go, okay, that's a little too far. But when you're in the moment, I don't know if you've ever been in a fight. Obviously, I'm talking to a bunch of people, maybe. But if you've ever been in a fight, in the moment, you don't really realize what you're doing. For the most part, you kind of black out and just do some crazy shit. At least I do. And that's just it. They black out, they get the adrenaline gets to them, and then, you know, after the situation is handled, they kind of like calm down. Like, okay, now, for the most part, of course, there's always the bad apple. But all I'm going to say is, I think a lot more higher up, you know, role models, presidents, athletes, especially celebrities, big time, really need to stand up and say, hey, if a cop tells you to fucking put your hands on, get on the fucking ground, even if you haven't done jack shit, you get on the fucking ground. It's pretty simple. If you just do what a police officer tells you to do, even if you haven't done anything wrong. If you haven't done anything wrong, then you have nothing to worry about, right? So if a police officer goes, hey, you, get the fuck on the ground, go, hey, yes, sir, and get on the fucking ground. It's pretty fucking simple. Because you have nothing to hide. You have nothing to worry about. If you do, and that's what I say, every time a police officer tells somebody to get on the ground or anything like that, and they're, you know, and they're, or ask, like, now of course, I'm not saying let them infringe on your rights. Like if you get pulled over, say you were speeding, right? And you get pulled over and they go, hey, you know, I'm pulling you over because you were speeding. And you go, yes, sir, here's my license, here's my insurance. And he goes, hey, get out of the car, I'm going to search your car. Of course, be like, sir, with all due respect, there's no reason for you to search my car. You pulled me over for speeding. And you can give me a ticket, you know, routine traffic stop, but I'm not giving you the right to search my car. Simple as that. Don't let them bully you into thinking that they can do something just because you're either younger or they think that you're ignorant. Now, of course, if they have, you know, say you have an open beer canister in the back that you didn't realize, you know, even say if you haven't even been drinking, but one of your buddies, you know, threw an open beer can in the back, they're allowed to search your car. I'm just saying. So don't give them a hard fucking time. That's all I'm trying to say is just don't give them a hard time. Be respectful, be courteous, know your rights, but as long as you're respectful and courteous, you're going to get out there okay. Alright? So, that's pretty much my little rant. I'll be doing this, you know, more frequently, be random stuff. I'll probably just start talking about drama that's on YouTube, drama that's going on in the world, blah, 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 in some videos. Sometimes I might just sit here and, you know, answer questions that maybe people have. So if you want to do that, you can follow me on all of my social medias. You can follow me on Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook at Rex Seaton, REXSEATON, no space. You can follow me on Twitch. I don't do anything on Twitch yet because my Wi-Fi here is not good enough. So I'd rather not do something on Twitch where it's like, you know. But yeah, go ahead, follow me on all my social medias: Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. I will be honest, I'm mostly active on my Facebook, but that could change. Now, for now, obviously, I'm going to be doing just one video a week. Just kind of talking. Maybe I'll try to, if I can figure out my gaming stuff, if I can figure out, you know, if I can get a short film done or something, I'll shoot it up there. But for the most part, it's probably just going to be a little sit down, talk with you guys, you know, see what's good. I would really love it if you hit the like button and the subscribe. You don't have to hit the bell if you don't want to, and that's fine. I mean, you do what you want, you know what I mean? You do what you want. If you like what you see, if you like what you hear, then cool, hit that bell. If you don't, that's alright. That's alright, cool. That's alright too. But yeah, for sure. Here soon, there's gonna be a lot of films. I want to do a lot of background stuff for my films, just so that you guys can see really how it is and how I work as a director. Cause I like to say I'm pretty good. I'm not trying to toot my own horn, but I'm pretty good. So you will be seeing some of that coming up soon. I have 3 movies written right now, and 1 movie in the process of being filmed. So hopefully in the next, few months, maybe at the least, you'll see that film coming up here, and I think it's gonna be really good. So stay tuned for that. Like I said, go follow me on all my social media, and I will see you guys next time. I love you. Have a good one. Be safe.